Hello and welcome along everybody to the magnificent Estadio Obras Sanitarias here in Buenos Aires as the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers continue here in the Americas. And Group A is our focus today with Paraguay taking on Panama. Well, after suffering two heavy losses at the hands of Argentina back in the first window in November of last year, Paraguay will be looking at their game against Panama tonight as a key game to try and kickstart their campaign. And I suppose the same could be said about Panama as well. They suffered a couple of heavy defeats to Venezuela back in November. And as you can see, both Panama and Paraguay 0-2, whereas Argentina and Venezuela are 2-0. They play a little later on today, so they'll no doubt be just casting an eye over this one to see what happens. Well, these two sides actually met in the 2019 World Cup qualifying campaign as well. And it was Panama who got the better of Paraguay on both occasions. They won by 7 points. And then in the next fixture, they won by 20 points. So it was a bit of a drubbing by 20. So Paraguay will be out for revenge here today. Well, Panama travelled with 12 players. Unfortunately, they are without Tony Bishop, Javier Carter, and Akil Mitchell. The good news for them is that Ernesto Oglivi returns as their leader. Small forward enters these games as his team's best scorer with 15 points per game in his 2 games so far, while shooting 62% from the field in the November window. So he's going to be big for them today, Oglivi. And as for Paraguay, led by their head coach, Juan Pablo Feliu, who is of Argentine nationality. I suppose what they've been working on since November is their free throw shot, because it wasn't really good enough. They were only scoring 7 points per game from the foul line, compared to 15.3 points in the November window games by the other teams. Their 7 points per game was the lowest of all the teams. Before we go any further, we will pause for the national anthems.
En el campo feliz de la unión, con ardientes fulgores de gloria, se ilumina la nueva nación. Es preciso cubrir con un velo del pasado el Calvario y la cruz, y que adorne la sol de tu cielo, de concordia la espléndida luz. El progreso acaricia tus lares al compás de sublime canción. Ves rugir a tus pies ambos mares que dan rumbo a tu noble misión. Alcanzamos por fin la victoria en el campo feliz de la unión, con ardientes fulgores de gloria, se ilumina la nueva nación.
A continuación, permanecemos de pie para entonar las estrofas del himno nacional de Paraguay. Según los protocolos de COVID-19, invitamos a los equipos a hacer un saludo social a la distancia. Le damos la bienvenida a los árbitros de este partido.
So, formalities completed, and we are just a couple of moments away from tip-off here. The three referees today from Ecuador, Brazil, and Chile, respectively, overseeing proceedings here this evening. Always get the very best officials for the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, you do feel as though it is a big game for both of these two. Just a reminder that it is the top three teams from each group that will advance through to the second round for their region qualifiers. In the second round, each team will play home and away against the three new teams in their group over 3 windows. So the second round actually gets underway in August later this year. There'll be 3 windows, August, November and February. So you kind of feel, certainly with the start that Argentina and Venezuela have made, that they are looking good for a spot in the second round. So you get the impression that it might just be one of these two to join them. As we look at the Panama starting 5, Gaskins, Ayaza, Olivier, Romero, James and Rodriguez they go with. Panama have been led by Ernesto Olivier, 17.5 points he's averaging so far. Also leading the team in rebounds with 5 rebounds again. Trevor Gaskins leading the way with assists, 2.5 assists a game. But they have been pretty reliant on Ernesto Olivier. Paraguay looking to bounce back after that 82 points to 43 defeat in this stadium back in the end of November at the hands of Argentina. They go with Ochipinti, Peralta, Riveros, Doce and Adolfo Lopez. Adolfo Lopez has been leading the side in rebounds, 5 rebounds a game. And Ramon Sanchez, who is starting on the bench, leads the team in points per game so far. He's averaging 12.5 points per game, and he's been ably supported by the likes of Gabriel Peralta, 9.5 points a game, and Adolfo Lopez with 7. Juan Pablo Feliu, the Argentine head coach of Paraguay. They can always call upon them if things are getting really tough. So yeah, the last time these two met was back in July of 2018 in the World Cup 2019 qualifiers. That one went the way of Panama, 74 points to 67. Panama's 3-point shot so far in the qualifying window has really let them down, averaging just 26.7% from beyond the arc. So that's something that they're going to have to try and improve today. I think both of these sides will know the importance, the magnitude of this game. They feel as though it probably will be one of these two to go through alongside Argentina and Venezuela from this group. Really looking forward to that game a little later on today as well. So here we go then. Paraguay against Panama to start things off in Group A this evening. It's Panama who control the tip and will have the first possession. The rangy Romero James need to go to business, Ernesto Olivier, and that is just the start that he wants, just the start that Panama want, trying to get him hot nice and early. Ernesto Olivier. Here is Riveros. Kicks it back out, extra pass. Now the three from the top of the key. Just comes up short. Romero James draws the foul. Fresh-faced Romero James. Oh, now they will turn it over here. Panama offensive foul called on Romero James. So Paraguay in possession. Edgar Riveros. It's a nice pass from Riveros. Kicks it back outside. Another three goes up, and another one comes up short. Does well to keep it in bounds there, Fernando Doce. And this time, a foul is called. Nice positive play from Edgar Riveros. So a trip to the stripe. Foul goes on Ayalsa. It's a good pass down the floor. Here's Carlos Rodriguez. After foul called again. A bit of a scrappy start, the opening 90 seconds or so. So Josimar Ayasa with a chance to get his arm going. Mentioned how poor Paraguay were from the foul line in the November windows. Something they really need to try and improve on. Just picking up these cheap points. Only averaging 7 points a game from the foul line in November. Here is Riveros. Pulls up, shoots the three, and this time gets it to go. They've had a few sighters of Paraguay. And the first three-point shot to drop goes the way of Gabriel Peralta. Needs some help, does get it through Romero James, who tries to line up a three of his own. Goes inside. And he's not happy with the call. Adolfo Lopez called on the travel. Goes back outside. Now drives inside as he got the steal he has, and now the fast break is on here for Paraguay. Edgar Riveros just has to slow things down. Good transitional defense from Panama. Drives to the baseline, gets the finish. Good finish as well from Fernando Doce. Thought there was too much traffic around him there. Did well to make the two. Thought about the three, did Trevor Gaskins. Instead, the three from the corner, no good. It's Peralta, now Edgar Riveros. Yeah, you could see the idea. Try to find his man underneath. Just took a little deflection on the way through, so Paraguay will keep possession. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. That's nicely done. Draws the contact, and he will head to the line, Fernando Doce, and shoot a couple. So foul goes on Ayalsa. That's a couple of fouls called on him. Doce has started well for Paraguay. Just comes up short with the second. Paraguay leading by 4. 3.5 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Here is Carlos Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives inside. Edgar Riveros did well. She's got a hand to it. Rodriguez. Shot clock is down to 3. Someone needs to get the shot away. He does. Shooting over the defense. Throws up an air ball straight into the hands of Fernando Doce. Good defensive possession from Paraguay. And here comes Edgar Riveros down the other end of the floor. Tries to lay it up high off the glass. A little heavy-handed. Peralta has already made 1-3 today. Gabriel Peralta just comes up short with that one. Say either side are in a great rhythm early on. Carlos Rodriguez, now Trevor Gaskins looking to try and make something happen. Rodriguez lines up the 3, another one off target. Orchipinti. Now Doce drives inside. Great penetration from Fernando Doce. Tidy finish with the left hand as well. Doce is up to 5 points personal already. Really solid start to this game for Fernando Doce. Here's Trevor Gaskins up to the corner. Romero James. It's another good defensive possession this from Paraguay, making it really tricky, but foul is called. Just couldn't quite make the 2, but he will head to the line and shoot a couple. So Eric Romero James at the line. Fernando Dosse is just subbed out of the game. Jorge Sequeira, the man who's come on to replace him. So Paraguay leading by 4, early stages here. Just trying to go to work here. Peralta's good defense from Panama. Almost had 2 red shirts all over him there, Gabriel Peralta. They did their job. Now Carlos Rodriguez. The 3, another one. They can't get to go. They've had a lot of sighters now of Panama without any success. Edgar Riveros. Riveros drives in. He takes a heavy tumble. And this time Riveros will shoot a couple. So Eugenio Ruscando on the floor for Panama. Carlos Rodriguez heads to the bench. So the lead is 6 now for Paraguay, just beginning to grow. There's Romero James, 3.5 to go in this first quarter. Thought about the 3, instead throws it out to the corner. I think it might have been a 2 had it have gone. It was just on the line. That's given away cheaply. And now the fast break is on for Panama. And he lays it up with the left hand. Good finish from Trevor Gaskins. And it was Eugenio Ruscando with the steal. Trying to find a way through. They've turned it over again here, Paraguay. A couple of poor possessions in a row, and now the fast break is on once again for Panama. Just couldn't get the roll. And Orchipinti grabs the rebounds. Here's Peralta. It's a beautiful pass. Easy finish for Edgar Riveros. I always feel as though the first quarter in games like this can be so pivotal, so decisive. It's Paraguay who have made the quicker start. Just set the tone early. Throws it up, difficult looking shot. Edgar Riveros really should have brought in the rebound there. So another miss for Panama, another chance for Paraguay to just keep increasing this lead. Just can't get it to go. Ruscando with the rebound this time for Panama. The three goes up, he's fouled. And one. Beautifully done from Eugenio Luscando. I think his foot was just on the line, so it's a two, but a chance for a three-point play. And Luscando duly obliges from the foul line. Now down the other end of the floor, blink and you'll miss it. Just under 90 seconds to go. Here is Olivier. Olivier doing what he does best. Makes a simple two. Here's Peralta. It's looked lively so far as Gabriel Peralta comes up way short with that attempt. The lead is down to 3 inside the final 60 seconds here. Trevor Gaskins drives inside, another difficult looking shot. They get the offensive rebound, puts it back, but it's not going to count. And you can see the look of disbelief on the face of Ernesto Olivier. So we've got about 14 seconds between the shot and the game clock. Chance of a 2-for-1 here. So Jorge Sequeira, the man at the line. Six seconds between shot and the game clock now, and play gets underway. Comes up short, nearly grabbed the offensive board. So a chance to tie things up here for Panama. Seemingly been behind throughout in this first quarter. .21 seconds to play. Here's Martinez. Just going to try and tick down these final few seconds here. Pass behind the back. Oh, how about this to finish the half, the quarter in style. What a team play from Paraguay. That is a beautiful way to end. Jorge Martinez knocks down the three. Sequeira with the assist, but how about the behind the back pass here from Ramon Sanchez? That is a lovely way to end the quarter. So at the end of one, it is Paraguay who lead 19 points to 13. Well, Paraguay shooting 50% from two-point range. Panama just cannot find a three-pointer, though, so far. 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. Have a look at some of the best plays from the opening quarter. Well, I thought it was a little ominous when Olivier found the first two-pointer of the game. But Paraguay slowly but surely began to come into the game. Panama's lack of three-pointers really beginning to hurt them as the quarter went on. Paraguay just stuck to their basics. Played a really solid opening quarter of basketball there. Didn't really give Panama too much. Everyone chipped in as well for Paraguay. Ernesto Olivier has started well for Panama. He does have 4 points, 2 for 3 from the field. Well, scan the QR code there, and you can get live stats and plenty more as well to guide you through the qualification process. And of course, hashtag FIBA WC is where you can find us as well. Start interacting with us. We'd love to hear your thoughts, who you think is going to qualify through from the Americas, whether you think there's going to be a potential surprise package. Oh, he had so much time to knock that one down. Felt as though he rushed it a little bit. Wasn't a soul next to him. Here is Olivier. Going to try and go to work here. Olivier kicks it back outside to Luscando. Now, Blenman Laboisier, the wonderfully named Josimar Blenman Laboisier. Once again, not for the first time today, a look of perplexion, really, on the face of Ernesto Olivier. Martinez screaming forward at the top of the key was Sequeira. 3 seconds on the clock. Here is Sequeira, who finally does get it, drives inside, can't make the layup. And a big, strong rebound from Blenman Laboisier to get Panama back in possession. Drives to the baseline, gets a little lucky that his pass actually finds Trevor Gaskins. Shot clock is down to 3. I think Gaskins is just going to have to throw one up. He does. Oh, just doesn't quite get the roll. Gaskins just trying to get himself going. It's 1 for 2 from the field so far. 1 for 3, excuse me. Sequeira. Now Martinez. Just about keeps it in bounds with the shot clock counting down. Can't get it to fall. And now Panama can spring the fast break here. Difficult looking shot, but gets it to go. And the first points of the second quarter belong to Panama. Trevor Gaskins up to 4. Here's Martinez. Martinez turns it over. And it'll be the easiest 2 that Panama will have all day, as Trevor Gaskins makes another. Just as I was saying that Trevor Gaskins needs to heat up, he's picked up a couple of buckets early on in the second quarter. So timeout called by Paraguay.
Demasiado tiempo estamos teniendo la pelota en la mano. Jueguen con pase, no jueguen a 5 piques, porque es imposible. Ellos viven de nuestras pérdidas. Solo con nuestras pérdidas meten puntos, muchachos. Está claro. Entonces no hay que tener la pelota. Si hay un misma y sale la bola, hay que tomar el tiro. Atendé una cosa. Mírame bien. Diego. Jorge. Pulgar. De esta forma. Bebencho. Fernando. ¿Ok? Fernando, Lucho, ven aquí. O Lucho o Jorge. Buena cortina de Diego. Bola. Fer. No tocá, Bebu. Mano en mano. Y esperá, Bebu, un minuto. para armar este pick and roll y abrir el espacio, muchachos. Están todos muy cerrados por el medio. Está claro. Y el espacio con Diego. Lectura, Diego Pires y Diego Calle atiendan la salida. Va.
Well, Trevor Gaskins turning on the style early on in this second quarter. He's got 4 points to his name. The pass down the floor, though, and they just didn't switch on Panama off the back of that timeout. Pretty simple, too, in the end for Paraguay. Trevor Gaskins draws the foul. That's another offensive foul for Panama. I think that's their third already in this game, this time from Blemon-Laboisiere. Just got to try and cut out these unforced errors. It's a beautiful pass out to the corner. The three is good. Well, after a slow start to the quarter, just beginning to turn on the style once more here, Paraguay. And they lead by 7. Luscando. Oh, thought they'd turned it over. They get a little fortunate there. Just hit the legs, so they will get it back. Another 14 seconds on the clock. So Ernesto Olivier at the line. Trevor Gaskins heads to the bench. Carlos Rodriguez back on the floor for Panama. Doesn't look too happy right now, does he, coach? Wants to see a little bit more from his team. Makes the second, Olivier. So the lead is still 6. They've turned it over, though, and this will be another very simple 2 for Ernesto Olivier. Olivier with the steal, Olivier with the 2. Here's Ramon Sanchez. Now Dosse is called on the offensive foul this time. It's been Panama who have been giving offensive fouls away left, right, and center so far, but this time Fernando Dosse just a little bit too zealous. So a chance for Panama to make it a one-possession game once again. Paraguay have led by as many as 7. Here's Rodriguez. It's a nice pass to Olivier. Olivier sends it out, the little up fake, and the 3, count it. Beautifully done from Ayarza. And all of a sudden, that 7-point lead has become 1. Nice little run for Panama. Ramon Sanchez looking to try and weave a way through now. He's turned it over. Just got a little bit scrappy all of a sudden for Paraguay. So a chance to take the lead here. 5.5 to go in this first half. Olivier twisting and turning, but not finishing. However, he's won it back for Panama. Second chance here. Did well to keep that ball in bounds. The shot clock is counting down, though. It's down to 2. He's just got to get the shot away. Went for the extra pass. Now the 3. No good. And now Paraguay down the other end of the floor on the fast break, gets it to go. Nicely done from Jorge Martinez. Here's Luscando. Now Olivier. Luscando again draws the foul. So another 14-second reset here for Panama. Luscando. Olivier lines one up and throws one down. And Panama are all square, 26 points each. Ernesto Olivier knocking down the 3. He is into double digits already. 4 for 6 from the field for his 10 points, 3 rebounds as well. Edgar Riveros doesn't get the roll, and now a chance off the rebound from Ayasa for Panama to take the leads. Not a great pass, but they will keep it. Here's Rodriguez. Ernesto Olivier again. Playing with his tail up now. Olivier gets the roll as well. And Panama have taken the lead. Ernesto Olivier just beginning to take over here. 32 years of age now is Olivier. Applies his domestic trades in Colombia for Barranquilla. Really struggling to contain him though right now. So Fernando Dosse has drawn the foul. Romero James back on the floor. Yearwood checks out. Here's Dosse again to Edgar Riveros. Riveros looking to try and trick his way through, pulled up and was fouled as he shot the 2. And Riveros will head to the line and shoot 2. So Riveros makes them both. We're all tied up again here, 28 points each. Ruscando looking to try and just get the ball into Olivier at every single opportunity. Olivier back to Ruscando. This is good ball movement. Carlos Rodriguez lines up the three, comes up short. Rebound by Dosse. Dosse thought about the three, decided against it, throws it out to the corner, just couldn't quite gather the ball at the first attempt, and then the three had a little too much on it. Ruscando. It's another offensive foul. Panama, Josimar Ayasa once again. So Trevor Gaskins back on the floor for Panama, as is Jonathan King. Ayasa and Carlos Rodriguez head to the bench. We've got just over 2.5 to go in this first half. They've turned it over again here, Paraguay, have they? No, they're a little fortunate that Trevor Gaskins wasn't able to keep the ball in bounds. Dosse. Now Edgar Riveros, 8 points personal for him so far. Dosse lines up the three, was never good. Panama have outscored Paraguay 15 points to 9 so far in this second quarter. Trevor Gaskins. Nice pass into Olivier, nice from Olivier. And then Romero James. Aggressive penetration from Romero. And he will head to the line and shoot a couple. Two points so far for Eric Romero James. Makes them both. Keeps Panama in front with just over 2 minutes to go in this first half. Trailed by 7. That was the biggest lead that Paraguay have had so far in this game. Panama have never been more than 2 points ahead. They may be now because Paraguay miss. Olivier with the rebounds. And now Ruscando going to try and go coast to coast. Instead, actually loses possession. Riveros, Dosse screaming forward and gets it. Dosse back to Riveros. Riveros thought about the three. Instead, he's turned it over. And now the fast break is on for Panama. He's just going to go coast to coast himself. And Panama do indeed have their biggest lead of the game so far as Jonathan King makes the layup. And they lead by 4 with just over 60 seconds to go in this first half. Shoots the three, is fouled. And Gabriel Peralta will head to the line and shoot 3. So Panama call timeout, leading by 4, 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Aquí lo que practicamos es juego de media cancha, ¿verdad que sí? Jugar las ofensivas. Llegamos y ataque, llegamos y ataque. Corran las ofensivas, corran las ofensivas. ¿Cuál es el quick shot? El layup que tenemos, ese es el quick shot. Si no, hay que correr las ofensivas, hacer cortinas, hacer backdoor. Vamos en la defensa. Allá, no le dé la espalda a la bola. Tienes que ayudarle al lado contrario. Y hablar. Panamá.
So Panama ahead by 4 off the timeouts. Edgar Riveros is just about to brace himself to shoot 3 free throws. Back of the foul from Ernesto Oglivier. Excuse me, Gabriel Peralta rather than Edgar Riveros. And makes all 3 to get them back to within just 1. Pretty hard to call which way this is going so far. What a pass that is. Just split the defense in half. Easy layup in the end for Jonathan King, but that was all about Eugenio Luscando. Drives to the baseline. Did he just step out of bounds? I think he did. Orchipanti. He's been called on the travel. Oh, it's been pretty similar in terms of turnovers so far. 9 for Paraguay, 8 for Panama. And Panama this time have called timeout. Their lead is 3, 43 seconds to go in this second quarter.
¿Yo? Hazlo un piquín. Trevor, haz tu
Well, it's been hard fought. There's not been a lot between them so far. Paraguay and Panama, I think we kind of expected that. So much on the line for both of these two teams, and they know it. I know it's still pretty early on in these qualifying windows, with still another window to come later in the year, but feel as though this is such a big game as Luscando knocks down the 3. And that is a big-time play. Eugenio Luscando has been brilliant since he's come onto the floor. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Just under 30 seconds to go. The lead is as big as it has been for Panama. It's a lead of 6, and this time Paraguay call timeout.
Con el reloj de 24, faltando 5 segundos. Ok, primero salida, Fer. Toto. Titi. Junior Richo, salida para que evitar la presión. Ocupen. Está, Fer de apoyo. Ofensiva. Titi o el que tiene la bola. 6. Si es Titi el de izquierdo. Fer. Coto. Ponete. Junior, ponete aquí. Toto, ponete aquí. Fer abierto de un lado y Bicho abierto del otro. Vamos a cerrar con el pie España esta situación para la penetración. Está claro, directamente, el pick and roll, directo con el pie España en la acción de juego.
Well, this was the three that we've just seen. Brilliant from Trevor Gaskins. Drove inside, just kicked it back out. Good hands initially from Gaskins, wasn't it, just to keep the ball in bounds. And then the three from Luscando, and Panama have a 6-point lead. There's 4 seconds between the shot and the game clock in this first half. Paraguay 31, Panama 37. That's a nice pass. Oh, but he can't get it to go. I think the goaltender's been called, so the bucket will count. So Fernando Dosse, who's had a good first half, he's up to 7, 3 rebounds as well. 5 seconds for Panama to try and get this final shot away. Luscando, beautiful pass. Oh, just couldn't quite get it to go, but he will head to the line and shoot 2. Nearly a chance for a 3-point play. Both sides have been pretty good from the foul line today. Panama shooting at about 85%. Got 1.9 seconds here, Paraguay. They're just going to have to get it off, which they do. They can't get it to go, and it's Panama's half. Paraguay did lead by as many as 7 at one stage, but it's Panama who have a 6-point lead. Pretty sure that's 33 points to 39 at the end of the first half. There we go. Yeah, tightly contested. I think a lot of people had this one down as a pretty close one on paper. As you can see, both sides actually doing a pretty good job from 2-point range. Panama especially up near 60%. Those are good numbers, 10 for 17 from the field. Both just struggling a little bit with their 3-point shot. They're being heavily out-rebounded, though, Paraguay, 19 rebounds to 13. Panama also have 5 steals and 10 assists compared to just 6. Martinez Rojas with 8, as does Riveros. Dosse's been good with 7. And, well, no surprise, really, Ernesto Oglivier leads the way for Panama. I'll leave you with the first half highlights. Make sure you're back in 10 for the second half.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Shakes and takes alley. Oh my heavens! Wow! You gotta love this guy. Well, the connection, the alley-oop.
An opportunity to draw something up. Domino resolves. Is he going to get it? No. Soho uses athleticism again. Well, he kind of got caught in the air, flipped it up. It's still good. Only Soho beats his man, takes off.
It's 4 straight misses on the outside for the Dominican Republic. Virgin Islands in transition, trying to make the most of it, but Victor leaves with a captain's contribution on defense.
Eventually falls into the hands of Calfani. Now to Rodriguez, there's the loop. Oh, rejected by Angola.
Argentina attacking on the interior. Agustin Barreiro.
It's a nice cut, but poor hands, 2-on-1 break. They go upstairs for the finish. Victor Liz knows how to score. Absolutely knows how to score. Got some hops. A lot of love from his teammates.
And 9 seconds difference now between the game clock and the shot clock. It's IT time. Isaiah Thomas now pulls up, big 3. Isaiah Thomas, good night, Chihuahua, Mexico. That is all she will write tonight. It is the Isaiah Thomas show.
Benite again, good defense by Chile this time. Caboclo. Oh! That's crushing dunk by Bruno Caboclo.
Way to another now. Jorginho kicks it. Caboclo puts it on the floor, loses it. Caboclo, the spin, the finish, the putback is good. Well, where did Jorginho come from? Caboclo spinning, couldn't get it to go. And Jorginho acting as a post.
Well, now Mexico here have 4 seconds left. What can they get? Mendez has the ball in his hands. Mendez now one-legged. Buenas noches, Mexico. Me llamo Mendez. Well, that is unbelievable. I gotta see the replay of that one. One-legged. Well, that is a big buzzer beater.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Estadio Obras Sanitarias here in Buenos Aires. And some Group A coverage for you between Paraguay and Panama. And at the halftime break, it is Panama with the lead by 6, 39 points to 33. The other game in this group between Argentina and Venezuela will take place after this one finishes. So plenty of high-quality basketball to look forward to in this group. Paraguay got off to a decent start. They actually led 19 points to 13 at the end of the first quarter. But Panama already found their stride in the second. They outscored Paraguay 26 points to 14 in the second. And so they lead by 6, but plenty of time to try and turn it around for Paraguay. Such a big game for both of these two sides. They both lost their first couple of games back in the November window. They both lost quite heavily, especially Paraguay. They were up against Argentina. They lost 93 points to 67 and then 82 points to 43 in the two games there. Panama are up against Venezuela in both of their games, and they lost 77 points to 56 and then 71 points to 53 on game day 2. So they're both just looking for a little bit of confidence and both looking to try and kickstart their qualification campaign in this second window of first round action. Third window will take place in a few months' time from now. Late June, early July is the third window before the second round then gets underway in August later this year. The top 3 teams will all go through to the second round. Another thing to bear in mind in case you didn't know, is that the teams will actually keep their results from the first round. They will carry those results forward to the second round. So every single game could potentially be imperative. Even if you know you've qualified through to the second round, you've still got to play as hard as you possibly can, because every point, every win could be decisive, as the first three is knocked down from Trevor Gaskins to start off this third quarter. And Panama just beginning to build themselves a nice lead here. Gaskins is up to 9. The lead is up to 9. Peralta. Who was the last touch off? I think it was off Ramon Sanchez. So Paraguay turned it over. Panama back in possession again. Draws the foul. Had a really good first half, did Eugenio Luscando. 6 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds for Luscando. And here goes Luscando again. Oh, he'd be disappointed not to have made the layup. He's called on a travel. Gabriel Peralta, things just not quite going Paraguay's way at the moment. (11 turnovers to 9). Straight back in the hands of Luscando again. Now Trevor Gaskins. 9 points personal for Gaskins so far. Nearly had it stripped out of his hands, but the shot clock is down to 2 here. Gaskins has just got to fire, which he does. No good for Trevor Gaskins on that occasion. Luscando called on his first foul. Here's Peralta. Did well just to keep hold of the ball there. It's a really good defensive possession again, though, here from Panama. The shot clock's counting down. They're unable to get it to go. They do get the offensive rebound. Super defense. But in the end, he does draw the foul. And will head to the line and shoot a couple. I think he almost landed on his teeth there, did Adolfo Lopez. I hope he's okay. So Luscando now called on his second foul. So just having a little review of this. The referees, a system that is incredibly well used in basketball. I know this kind of video review system has mixed effects, really, depending on what sport you're playing. Just having a look whether this should have been an unsportsmanlike foul or not from Luscando. think they're happy with the decision, though. Just a personal foul on Eugenio Luscan. No, in fact, it has been called an unsportsmanlike, excuse me. So a couple of free throws for Paraguay, and then possession back once again. So chance to try and eat into this 9-point lead. So Adolfo Lopez makes them both, gets that lead back to 7. Paraguay in possession again. Riveros. Chance of defense from the side, drives to the baseline, nice pass. Oh, get out of here, this is my house, he says. Brilliant defense from Romero, and he's now fouled as Ayasa tried to make the jump shot. Ramon Sanchez has been called on the unsportsmanlike, so after an unsportsmanlike down the other end of the floor just a minute or so ago, it's now Panama's turn to have a couple of free throws and then possession once again. So it makes them both. That leads back up to 9. Pulls up, shoots the 3, no good. So just over 3 minutes gone in this third quarter. It's Trevor Gaskins. Glivier was magnificent in the first half. Oh, what a pass. That is what defense that is, though. Looked as though Glivier was just going to make another very simple 2 there. He's got 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and a couple of steals, does Ernesto Glivier so far today. 5 for 8 from the field. So Gaskins called on an unsportsmanlike. So 3 unsportsmanlike fouls in the last 90 seconds or so. Yeah, he's had that kind of look on his face throughout, really. Trying to get something going. Peralta. Or Chipinti now. Peralta again drives inside, but he's called on the offensive foul. And Paraguay will turn it over. They just can ill afford mistakes and errors like this right now, though. Paraguay, I know the lead is not a particularly big one. It's 7 right now, but continue to make these kind of mistakes. It just allows the pressure to go off. It allows Panama to just breathe again. Riveros called on his second foul. Here's Glivier, now Gaskins. Ruscando into Glivier again. It's a better defensive possession, this from Paraguay. Not really made it this tough for Panama today, and in the end they forced a pretty difficult shot. They've got the miss, and he was unable to bring in the offensive rebound there, Eric Romero. And Paraguay in possession once again. As he got the steal, oh, he does well to pounce on the loose ball there. This time they do have the steal though, and it's 2 against 1. Aglivier throws up the alley-oop. Hello. Romero chucks it down. And a big time play between Romero and Aglivier. And now they've got the miss as well down the other end of the floor. Let's just have a look at this. Romero to Aglivier. Aglivier throws it up. And Romero throws it down. That's what we like to see. Rodriguez. Now Luscando. Romero again, a difficult looking pass, but he still is able to find Aglivier. And Aglivier draws the foul. And once again, it's Romero and Aglivier partnering up there. Dossé has been called on his 4th foul, so he's walking a tightrope now. So a double-digit lead for the first time. Panama lead by 10, just under 5 to go in the third. Dossé out to the corner, completely open look for 3. Can't get it to go, just a little push in the back though to get the rebound. Oh, there's another look at the alley-oop. Never get tired of seeing that. So Paraguay inside the penalty now for the next 4 and a bit minutes. Got the offensive rebound here. Now Gaskins. Shot clock is down to 2. He's got a fire, he does. A little too much on it, defensive rebound. Still a 10-point game. Drives inside and a good finish high up on the glass from Jorge Martinez. He's had a good game today, Martinez. He's now into double digits, 4 for 4 from the field as well for his 10 points. Able to keep hold of it. Nice pass into Aglivier, and 1. They just cannot stop Ernesto Aglivier. He is on fire right now. 17 points personal, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists, 7 for 10 from the field. And a chance for a 3-point play. And he can't quite convert on that. Sequeira's thrown it away. Aglivier with the steal, although Aglivier then turns it straight over. And now the foul He's called on Romero. Still 21 seconds on the shot clock. Out to the corner, so much time to knock this one down, and Jorge Sequeira duly obliges his first points of the ball game. And a technical, I think, has been called here, as the lead is back down to 7. Just when you thought Panama were beginning to get away. Yeah, technical foul called on the Panama bench. So they turn it over. Free throw for Jorge Martinez. So the lead is back down to 6. Looked as though Panama were really just beginning to put the afterburners on and get away from Paraguay, but back they come. But that's nice from Luscando. Always rely on Eugenio Luscando. That's a difficult looking pass. He's tried to find Ljubitic there, but Gabriel Peralta turns it over. And Panama back in possession once again with an 8-point lead. Luscando, Carlos Rodriguez into Aglivier. Aglivier back outside. Luscando drives back inside, but he has his pocket picked. Another turnover from Panama. It's good ball movement, this from Paraguay. Gabriel Peralta can't get it to fall, and does well, Carlos Rodriguez, to pick up the loose ball. Now Aglivier down the other end of the floor. Good transitional defense from Paraguay. Luscando fakes with the 3, drives inside and draws the foul. Good penetration, good aggressive play once again from Luscando. Misses them both. Luscando wasn't expecting that. So the lead stays at 8, just over 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Panama have failed to put this game to bed when you felt as though they had the opportunity. Paraguay right back in touch here. Jorge Sequeira with the shot clock counting down, and Aglivier with a big block, but they can't keep it in bounds. And Paraguay get possession back. Brilliant defense initially from Aglivier. So another 14 seconds here for Paraguay. Just a bit of a coming together by the looks of it. Jonathan King and Gabriel Peralta. Always has that kind of pained expression on his face. As Gabriel Peralta makes the first. Gets that lead back down to 7. Gets it back down to 6. They're just within striking distance here, Paraguay. Carlos Rodriguez misses another free throw. It's 3 in a row that they've missed here. This time, Carlos Rodriguez does make. Just got to keep doing the basics right here, Panama. Here's Sequeira. Sequeira again, out to the corner. The 3 is up. The 3 is nowhere near, and Luscando grabs the rebound. Now Aglivier just slows things down. Ernesto Aglivier. Luscando lines up the 3. Can't get that one to fall. And the lead stays at 7. 60 seconds to go. Still anyone's ball game here. Another 3 goes up, but another one comes up short. He's kept it in bounds, and he's actually managed to find a white shirt as well. Drives to the baseline. Extra pass. Can they capitalize on this second opportunity? Another one comes up short. Really have struggled from three-point range today. Down at about 20%. In fact, both teams have struggled down in the low 20s. Can Panama change that? Yes, they can. Big time 3. They needed that, Panama. Jonathan King up to 7. Luscando with yet another assist. That's 6 assists on the day for Eugenio Luscando to go alongside his 8 points and 4 rebounds. And a foul is called. Oh, the biggest lead that Panama have had is 10. They've got the offensive rebound as well after missing that second free throw. Chance to finish with a flourish. He's annoyed at himself that he didn't make that 3 to end the third quarter. Would have been a perfect end for Jorge Martinez. But at the end of 3, it's Panama who are still in control. They lead by 55 points to 46. Oh, Paraguay, I mean, those numbers just aren't going to cut it, are they? 38% from 2 and 22% from 3. Panama aren't shooting the 3 great at 28%, but their 2-point shot has been good, up at 57%. That's the difference, really, between these two sides right now. So look at some of the third quarter highlights, and a reminder, as always, to download the World Cup qualifying app to guide you through the whole qualification process. There's still so much time to go in terms of qualifying. We have another window in the first round. That'll be played end of June, early July, and then the second round gets underway in August. 3 more windows in the second round, August, November, and then February next year. And then the World Cup proper gets underway in August 2023. Of course, it is across 3 separate countries this time around. So Japan, the Philippines, and Indonesia playing host. So it promises to be a magnificent 2023 World Cup. We've waited long enough for it. So the final quarter then. Paraguay trailing by 9. They are still within touch. Hoping for a lapse in concentration here from Panama. Can they start well? Can they just start applying a bit of pressure here? It's a really nice start, and it's knocked down from Jorge Sequeira. Just the start that Paraguay are after. Nice team play, nice ball movement, and finished in style from Jorge Sequeira. He's up to 6 points personal, and the lead is down to 6. Timeout called by Panama.
Se queda con el grande, el pequeño con arriba se va con el pequeño. No switch. ¿Estamos claros? Vamos, no podemos permitir ganar tan fáciles. Vengo. Está bien.
To this final quarter for Paraguay. They've started with a 3, thanks to Jorge Sequeira. Nice team play as well in the build-up to it. So they trail by 6. Here's Olivier. All about just controlling the game here for Panama. Oh, and the bank stays open late. Right here as Panama knock down the 3. Romero James up to 11. And the lead back up to 9. Martinez looking to try and cut it to 6 again. Off target, Jonathan King with the rebound. Another unsportsmanlike foul has been called. Quite a few in this second half. It's been called on Luis Lubicic. Goes on Luscando. This is just not what Paraguay need right now. So 2 free throws to come for Panama. And then possession back once again. So a chance to try and have their biggest lead in the ball game so far. The biggest lead has been 10. It's 10 right now with 1 free throw still to come. Beautiful arch on the free throw from Luscando. So yeah, it is the biggest lead of the game. Up to 11, and possession again here for Panama. Well, they were duly punished for the unsportsmanlike foul with Paraguay. They made both free throws. They then make the 2, and the lead is up to 13. Here's Peralta. Peralta out to the corner. Sequeira, he's already made 1 3. I'm a little surprised he didn't throw that 3 up as well. But a bit of time to try and knock that down. Carlos Rodriguez. Olivier twisting and turning, but can't apply the finishing touch. Sequeira. Rodriguez will pick up the rebounds. Well, they can just try and control the tempo right now. Panama play at their own pace. Look to try and frustrate Paraguay. That's a nice pass. Olivier with the up fake now throws up the floating jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Jorge Sequeira. Yeah, Romero just did enough defensively there. Luscando. What a game Luscando has had. What a pass that is. And Rodriguez to finish it off with the three. Well, Paraguay started the quarter with a three, but since then, Panama have taken control. Carlos Rodriguez with the three. Another assist for Eugenio Luscando. That's his 7th. And Panama are flying right now. Paraguay call timeout.
Sabemos que es azul, pongámonos agresivos al balón. No están pasando ni una pelota a la caída. ¿Qué están haciendo? Un pique para atrás y está atacando el brazo. Fuerte, saquémosle la pelota de la mano y con la bola en el aire empecemos a presionar el balón. Estamos preocupados por anotar y no estamos preocupados por defender. Si es doble a doble van a ganar ellos. El primer objetivo que tenemos que tener en estos 3 minutos es ponernos en 10 puntos. La próxima, 1. Y traemos cruzado al hombre para el pick and roll y el otro perimetral que hace, el pivot que hace. Abre a 45 para jugar ese tipo de especial. Yo tengo unos chicos. ¿Qué? Está claro, dale viejo,
So all of a sudden the lead is 16. With just over 7 minutes to go. Remember, the other 2 teams in this group will face off after this one. Argentina and Venezuela, that should be a good one. Can Venezuela cause an upset? That's a beautiful pass to Carroll. He's already made 1 3 in this quarter. He can't make a second. Romero brings down the rebound and straight into the very capable hands of Carlos Rodriguez. Rodriguez has also made a 3 in this quarter. Oh, should have made the big dunk, but he makes the 2. He's fouled, and a chance for a 3-point play. And Panama are beginning to run away with this one. So Romero at the line. 13 points already for him today. Make that 14. Amazing, really. The lead is just suddenly catapulted to nearly 20. Thought when Sequeira made that 3-pointer right out of the gates to start this final quarter that it was going to be a bit of a tight and a bit of an edgy final quarter here, but anything but. Panama have just caught fire. Luscando, though, throws it away. 13 unanswered points off the back of that early 3 from Sequeira. So 4th foul for Yearwood. 3 from the corner, difficult looking shot. Romero with another rebound. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for Eric Romero today. Luscando, it's a nice pass from Luscando. The 3 just comes up short from Yearwood. He had to get off the mark today, is Gil Yearwood. Pass out to the corner. He's got so much time to line this one up, but another one. They just have struggled all day with that 3-point shot of Paraguay. Nearly below 20% from beyond the arc today. And at 33% from 2-point range as well. So, I mean, it's pretty difficult to win any kind of game. Well, it's difficult to win any kind of game when Rodriguez is knocking down 3s at will. $16 unanswered points for Panama. And a timeout is called.
Y no hay que dejar de defender, le estamos dando todos los tiros solos, nadie está como en la situación de un pick and roll. Así, ellos hacen 3 piques, después lo vamos a defender. Y allá, no hagamos la heroica ya, porque la heroica no vamos a ganar.
Para la gente de Panamá disfrutando de este partido, el triunfo parcial, 71-49. Recordamos 21-40. Se viene el partido de Argentina y Venezuela.
Se puede ir mano en mano, sí, cortino, acá, bicho. Ahí, ok, automáticamente viene mano en mano, fuerte, a presentar esta acción. Miren, paren. Viene esto aquí, este va, este sube, este comporta. Empiecen a jugar, no miren más el tanteador para jugar, ¿ok?
So 49-71, 5 minutes to go. Another turnover from Paraguay. Now the fast break is on here, led by Luscando. Extra pass, Jonathan King from the top of the key. No good, Romero grabs the rebound, but a foul has been called. Pass out to the corner, King. Shot clock is down to 3, and Yearwood tried to wriggle himself away. It's been called on the travel, and we'll turn it over. Five more turnovers today for Paraguay, 19 to Panama's 14. So both of these teams will play again tomorrow. Paraguay up against Venezuela. And Panama, of course, will take on Argentina. Then the 30th of June and the 3rd of July, the next dates for your diary for these two teams. Panama will take on Paraguay again on the 30th of June. Paraguay will then take on Venezuela on the 3rd of July, with Panama up against Argentina on the 3rd of July. So yeah, we've got another 4 or 5 months or so until that. That's given away. Lead is 19, but yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums up Paraguay's day, doesn't it? There's nothing has quite gone right for them. Luscando. Another turnover for Panama. It's just gone a little scrappy. Another travel, this time on Eric Romero. It's Peralta. Peralta gives it away, and that is as cheap as you can get. They've got the extra men here to Panama. Pretty lazy from Paraguay in terms of their defensive transition there. It's 5 against 3 for quite a long time. A little lucky to get away with that. Trevor Gaskins. Olivier with that right-hand hook shot. No good, but he was fouled. And Olivier will head to the line and shoot 2. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for Ernesto Olivier today. Another very solid day at the office for him. Led the team in points coming into this game, did Olivier, and rebounds. 17.5 points and 5 rebounds he was averaging before this game started. I think the big question was whether he was going to actually get the support from his teammates. Well, certainly has today. Likes of Luscando has really stepped up to the mark. Trevor Gaskins has been good. Oh, Riveros very nearly turned it over again, and another 3 that doesn't find the bottom of the hoop. From miles out here, would have been something special. 3 minutes to go. Riveros chinking his way through and draws the foul. He'll now shoot 2. So splits them from the line, makes the second. Said, even though it looks as though Paraguay are going to lose this game, they cannot afford to switch off. Every single point could be so important here in terms of qualifying through. So another trip to the line. It's time for Luscando. I struggled a little bit with his free throw today. Eugenio Luscando, everything else has been in working order. 12 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, but has missed a few from the stripe. They've given it away again. They just have completely lost the plot here, Paraguay. Here goes Gaskins. Gaskins drives inside and gets the finish. Just losing the ball far too easily right now, Paraguay. Here goes Riveros trying to change that. Riveros does well and just about gets the roll. And it's just got a sense of inevitability about it, really, and it has done for quite some time. Panama have been brilliant today. I mentioned that these two teams played each other in the lead up to the 2019 World Cup, and Panama did win on both occasions. They won their first game against Paraguay by 20 points, 82 points to 62. There's a good chance that it could be a similar scoreline here today. Second game in the 2019 World Cup qualifiers was a little closer, 74-67, that one finished. Well, a chance for Panama just to get a few more players some minutes. Jesus Lombardo has come onto the floor, as has Jose Montenegro. Olivier. Last touch was off Lombardo, so Panama will turn it over. .90 seconds to go. The lead is 19. It's Riveros. That's nice. Oh, and he should have made the layup there. He'd done the hard work. Had Edgar Riveros. He's got 14 points today. He's been one of the brighter lights for Paraguay. Here's Gaskins. Gaskins, nicely done. Now the jumper throws up an air ball. Does well, actually, just to keep the ball alive. They didn't get a reset, and he just had to be told about that. Olivier, I think he thought that he had the 14-second reset there, but because of the air ball, they didn't get it. So somewhat panicked and just rushed the next one. Riveros again. Oh, it's beautifully done. Very nice little floating jump shot from Edgar Riveros. .30 seconds to go. Ball in the hands of Trevor Gaskins. Knocked out of bounds, but Panama will keep it. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. It's Gaskins again. Throws the fadeaway two. That is nice from Trevor Gaskins. Lead back up to 19 once more. And they've got the turnover and a chance to lead by 21 as Trevor Gaskins makes the two. And we've got 11 seconds to go. Gaskins, good sportsmanship there, just making sure that his opponent is okay, and Paraguay just throw it straight out of bounds. It does sum up certainly the second half, really, from Paraguay. Haven't put up too much of a fight. Trying to finish in style, which they do. The three is knocked down. Jose Montenegro gets in on the act as well. His first points of the game. And well, Panama, they beat Paraguay by 20 points in the build-up to the 2019 World Cup. They're going to outdo themselves here, even with that two from Martinez. The buzzer goes. And it is a job well done for Panama. They are off and running in the 2023 qualification process. They get a big win over Paraguay. Both of these two were 0-2 coming into this game, but Panama are off and running. They beat Paraguay 81 points to 59. Well, a bit of a shake of the head from Edgar Riveros there as he leaves the court, not happy with the way that his side have played there. I mean, you've got to hand it to Panama. They really were superb. Bearing in mind, they trailed 19 points to 13 after the first quarter, but it was almost as though that just woke them up, poked the bear, and they came out flying in the second quarter, outscoring Paraguay 26 points to 14. They outscored them 26 points to 13 in the fourth. All in all, it was a pretty comfortable day at the office for Panama. They were favourites on paper heading into this game, but I don't think anyone was necessarily expecting them to win by this kind of margin. But they just shot the ball better in every department. Their three-point shot really struggled, Paraguay, just 5 for 25 from the field. They were out-rebounded, they were heavily out-assisted. 12 steals to Paraguay's 7 as well. Basically every stat you look at in Panama's favour. Riveros did well, he had 16. Martinez supported him with 13. Aglivier, no surprise, led the way for Panama with 15. Trevor Gaskins also had 15 as well. Well, Paraguay knew that they had to come out firing early on in this third quarter. And the third quarter was pretty close, actually. Panama only outscored Paraguay 16 points to 13. It was highlighted by that. Aglivier with the alley-oop pass thrown down with authority from Romero. They were still fighting at this stage, were Paraguay, and when the fourth quarter got underway, they were actually still firmly within touching distance. Jose Saquero knocking that one down. But Descanso, he was superb today for Panama. On the offensive end, he just dictated matters, really, did Luscando. Finished with 13 points, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. When Saquero knocked that one down, that was within about 10 seconds of the fourth quarter starting. It got Paraguay to within 7, and at that stage, I think we thought we've got a ball game, but then Panama went on a run of about 16 unanswered points from that point onwards, and just completely took the wind out of Paraguay's sails. Just turned on the style. In fact, yeah, it was a run of 16 unanswered points after that three-pointer from Saquero. And everyone began to chip in as well. Gave them a nice chance as well to give everybody a few minutes. Even Jose Montenegro, who came on late on in the game, was able to knock down a three-pointer. He only got a couple of minutes, as did Jesus Lombardo. But everyone played, everyone got minutes today for Panama. And they can go into that game in about 24 hours' time with a little bit of confidence behind them. Remember, they take on Argentina. I mean, it's going to be tough, no doubt about it, but at least they are flying high after this win. So here's how Group A stands. Argentina and Venezuela, they will do battle in an hour's time. Tip off there, and Panama, they get their first win on the board and go 1-2. Make sure you're back with us for Argentina, Venezuela in an hour. But for now, it's goodbye.